The Bible says in Proverbs 22 verse 6, train up a child in the way that thou shalt go, and when they are old, they will not depart from it. I think many parents can testify that when you train up a child in the way that they shall go, you establish habits. You establish excellent habits at a young age, and those habits will take them a long way. So the training of the child, giving the child guidelines. The most effective way to teach children is from cause to effect. So from a very young age, teach them cause to effect. Children love helping. They love helping, and it's important from a very young age that you establish in them the joy of service. They love to help. I know on a Friday night when our little grandchildren were staying, one of the joys they had was massaging Pa's feet. From the age of 2, they were massaging Pa's feet. And he gave them such lovely sounds as they massaged his feet. That was great encouragement to them. Oh, you've got good hands. You're doing a good job there. Oh, yes, that's the way to do it. A little bit more under there. It got to the point where it was something they just looked forward to and they loved. They're not as interested when they're 15, but when they're young, to establish in them the wonderful gift of service. Jesus came to serve. He would have us take up the wonderful role of service and also to teach the children. Children from as young an age as possible, teach them to be part of the family firm, part of the family business. So as soon as they are able, and of course they love putting things in things even before they can walk, so showing them how they can put their toys away. They certainly know how to empty out the basket and have everything come everywhere. So when you are teaching a child at first, you do it with them. You put one in, I'll put in. You know, there's the first school. This is where school begins, in the home, with the simple things. So from a very young age, teach the children to be as independent as possible. So where do the guidelines begin? They begin very, very early. In fact, the earlier they begin, the better. My son said to me, babies cry a lot. I said, no, they don't. If babies are crying a lot, that's an indication that something's wrong. Something's wrong. Give the child nothing that they cry for. Now, obviously, if a child falls over and hurts themselves, of course you pick them up and comfort them. They're hurt. But if they're crying for something they want, always get them to stop. 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 And as soon as they stop crying, then you can pick them up, no matter what the age. Obviously, we're not talking about a newborn baby. Obviously, we're not talking about a 3 or 4 month old baby. But when they're getting to 5, 6 months, you can certainly train them. They've just woken up from a sleep and they're crying. You go in, stop, stop, and you smile. You know what the smile says? I love you. Stop. And as soon as they try to stop, then you pick them up. If they start crying big time, put them back down. Stop. Stop. It might take a little time at first, but this is how you can train your little ones not to cry for everything that they want. Children should never be praised, and the things they do should never be praised. Well, what do? Children need encouragement and they need appreciation. And so when my little grandsons were massaging Michael's feet, we'd say, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are massaging well. You see, not praise, but appreciation. And it can make a huge difference. A huge difference in the way that child relates to adults, the way that child also sees themselves. When you appreciate what the child does, when you are thankful for what the child does, the child experiences the joy of accomplishment and the joy of helping and pleasing others. And that's very important.